Hey there. So today, before beginning, I apologize if my voice cracks a little bit. I'm actually getting over the weather changes here, but still, I wanted to talk about this too. So today we are returning once more to that wonderful world of anime. And today, of course, we are returning to the Vic Mignogna case, where we keep hearing all of these crazy things, and yet certain pieces, they just don't fit together. Now, color me obstinate. Maybe I'm just one of those people that sees problems where they're not, but really, I'm going to make a case for you, and you tell me what you think about it. So today, we're going to be talking about Emmett Initiative, aka Emmett Plant. He actually mentions that in this. He talks about it all the time. He works under his own name, so that's not doxing the fellow. Here he talks about he is one of the affidavits that we're going to actually hear about. Maybe 5 from what we've heard. 2 of them, it looks like we know who they are, or at least we have rumors of another one. But this, he confirms, he wrote out one of them. Now, we have this story that he puts out, and I want to show that to you. But before I do that, I want to go over something with you that I find to be, I don't know, a little perplexing. So, this guy, he talks about in 2017 how Vic is the only person associated with fan films that is in my iPhone's contact list. Now, you see the other people talking here. They're talking about Vic Mignogna, how people appreciate him because of his quality and dedication. And the person above this statement says, I've met him several times. He seethed love and respect for the property, the fans, and Star Trek. So, when you talk about this, it seems like the guy is talking about some type of connection. I mean, that's the way you would take it, right? Now, this is the same guy that also says this about Friends. This statement was made, well, this year. I'm confused by quote-unquote friends of abusers backing up their friends, saying he's not really like that, and that the stories aren't true. If I were accused of abuse, my friends wouldn't be backing me up. They'd be backing me into a corner. They'd bring weapons. Now, that is a very disturbing statement about your friends, number one, because your friends, they actually think that, well, if you were accused, even if that was baseless, hey, let's back you into a corner with weapons. Maybe that speaks to the quality of your friends, but also it speaks to mindset. So would you think that a guy that has this mindset here would consider a guy like this in 2017 talking about Vic to be worthy of this as the only person added when he's going to talk about an incident that transpired BayouCon 2013? Seems interesting. Now, the incident we're going to talk about, we're going to go through a Tumblr blog. In this Tumblr blog, we're not going to hit every moment from it, but it's essentially going to cover Orion's Envy. These dancers here. These dancers, too, if you want to look this up, you can actually find the dancers from that. So if you want to actually sit down and see who they're talking about and on, be my guest there. You can actually pull that up. This is a Tumblr blog, Vic Mignogna Love Story, brought to you by Emmett Initiative. Now, the way that he writes it out, yeah. I mean, look at the way that these first few lines come together. And again, you tell me, is there a little embellishment here? How does that seem? I watched him grab her by the neck and pull her hair down, pulling her backward and leaning in close. He hissed in her ear like a cartoon snake. She was not into it. A little bit of awkward laughter, and she was gone. It was gross. It was unsettling. It changed my life. He hissed like a cartoon snake. I mean, can you imagine that sound? Is that the sound that you're going to make if you're saying, hey, baby, let me pull on your hair a little bit while you know I make my move? You're just going to grab her and make this hissing sound because everything else, well, why does that actually matter? Seems a little crazy, doesn't it? But he goes through this and lays out exactly where it happens. He's talking about where and when. I was a guest at the late great BayouCon. That's not exciting news. I worked on Star Trek for about a decade, producing all kinds of stuff. I attended a lot of conventions as a young fan. I had done a lot of them. I imagine there are hundreds of signed copies of How to Speak Klingon out there, talking about all of this. Then he talks a little bit about about the day and memories. I remember brushing my teeth, doing a little bit of mental preparation. There were other guests. I was looking forward to meeting those people. And one of those people, of course, was Vic Mignogna. Now, he says he's never heard of it, but, that's not a surprise because he had been checked out of anime for quite some time. In fact, he names Gunsmith Cats as the last anime that he had seen, and he talks about how he was actually very popular at the time. He had super long lines. His talks were packed. A lot of people came out to that con because he was there. I got to meet Vic outside the convention crush, which was nice. From time to time, the guests will sometimes get a break from the crush and get a chance to chat a little. He seemed nice and was totally fine with me asking him how to pronounce his last name. Then we hear about Orion's Envy, 4 ladies, dancers and dance instructors that, of course, have painted themselves in glittering, bright green, cosplaying as Orion's slave girls. They were completely amazing and super fun. Now, he notes here that I get to see a lot of them after Saturday night because that's when Vic grabbed one of them, pulled her down, and hissed in her ear. From that moment forward, Orion's Envy was using the quote-unquote buddy system to make sure that none of them were alone in a room with him. Since Vic and I were on different tracks of the convention, we were usually programmed against each other. I was where Vic wasn't, so Orion's Envy spent a lot of time with me that weekend. Now then he goes on a statement. Now, I don't really know Vic. We're acquaintances at best. I have his number in my cell phone, but we never talk. Now here's where it gets crazy. I sincerely believe that he didn't understand the way that his behavior made people feel. I don't think he was trying to hurt people or make them feel afraid, but. So he goes through this. He talks about, gossip. He talks about other things. Oh, that guy getting brought up. Oh, it's that guy again. My God, it's that guy again. Then he talks about 3 years after BayouCon, yet another Vic story caused my phone to buzz. It was Orion's Envy. 2 of them were at a dance workshop in Kansas City. One text led to another, which led to more texting, becoming a long-distance relationship. It had become a couple of years, but my incredible girlfriend lives with me in Arizona now, and we would never forged a friendship that became a romantic relationship without Vic's stupid and inappropriate behavior toward her friend and dance partner. So, we're not only talking about a guy that is connected with this story. He has a girlfriend in the dance troupe. And again, the thing that really, really troubles me in this is this statement. I mean, everything else, I can say, okay, whatever in that. Again, yeah, all right, sure, whatever you say, bud. But that statement, it doesn't seem to match up with this. Vic is the only person associated with fan films that is in my iPhone's contact list. Again, does not seem to be we just know each other in passing. The guy actually disturbed me in 2013 to the point that, it was unsettling and gross and it changed my life. It doesn't sound like the thing that I heard, and it certainly doesn't sound like this. But again, like I say, maybe I'm looking at that differently. Maybe the judge, maybe he'll get in there and look at that and say, man, that actually speaks volumes. Again, what do I know? All I know here, again, is in 2013, this guy says he witnessed something. But in 2017, he was giving us What a Great Guys. Interesting how only a couple of years changed that stuff. But anyhow, you tell me what you think. So if you like this kind of content, make sure that you're subbed. Make sure that you hit that bell for daily notifications. And if you want to go further, now you're under no obligation to do so, but if you'd like to help the channel out in different ways, there are links in the description. One of those is The Case of the Littlest Umbrella. This is a comic that actually put together with 2 other people. people, 2 comic books attached to it, in fact, but with one message that gatekeepers, they can't stop us from doing our own thing. This is an all-ages Lovecraftian tale, all ages meaning for everyone, not just for kids or not just for grown-ups. Everyone can enjoy it, with also an attachment that's a satirical look at some of the insanity that's gone on in comics. I'd like to know what you think about this stuff, pro or con, agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments what you think. Ending too, I want to thank you for showing up. There are so many people out there that forget who makes these endeavors possible. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to end each time without saying thank you. So, thank you. I appreciate you as people forget who puts them there with anything, be it a comic book, be it a show, be it dubbing or whatever. I want to be one of those people that remembers that. Professionalism matters, courtesy matters, and, well, consumers matter too. This community, it's a great one. So again, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of that. I appreciate you, and we'll do this again soon. Thanks.